Hello everyone, how is everybody doing today? And I am back to show you how to make one of these earrings. And I'm very close to to the camera, so let me, there we go. Sorry for the movement on my camera. Somebody had made me aware I hit the thing too many times and can't see what I'm doing. I do apologize for that. I have a stoop and I put my camera on, and sometimes it goes out of control, especially when I hit the stoop thing. But yes, I just taught myself how to make one of these, and I'm telling you, it took me three tries, 3 attempts to make it and get it right. So don't get discouraged, just keep trying, because it looks easy. And you could feel by, if you was to make one of these, especially this type where I have these balls and this type of bugle. I don't know what the real names of them, but these here are bugles. These here are black bugles. And they have little decorating balls, like almost like these here, but these ones here are very tiny compared to what's in there. And you make the covering, which is what you see there. Sorry if my phone is not, like, there you go. I just have to keep still. Yeah, it just keeps losing focus when I move. But yes, this is what we're gonna make. But I'm gonna make them entirely different without these here. But I am gonna have these top beads here, and this here is all gonna be beads. So what you see here are the beads that I'm using. These here are size 10 O's. The needle that I'm using is size 11. 11 needles. And I'm using regular thread. I don't have Nylon thread. But it really doesn't matter because of the fact that, you know, when you make any kind of arts and crafts, you can always strengthen your art piece by adding clear nail hardener. Make sure it's clear. There's no tint or coloring in the nail hardener when you apply it. That will kind of glue in all your support and keep the structure very strong. And also, it'll lock in the colors from the sun. So let's get started. So this is how we're going to get started on the ball piece. And the ball piece, you take whatever color you choose. For me, I'm using the black, the dark color for this. As you can see, it's got like that tintish brown. I'm just waiting for the phone to focus in on this. And it doesn't want to. But I'm just letting you know right now that the footage is going to be probably an hour in length. So when you start off, I was just about to sew through it. I just remembered, no, you're supposed to tie it. So let's get to tying. Tying this together. And then once you tie it, you might want to put I don't want to put a double knot in there. I really don't. And like I said, when when you do any kind of structure and use nail hardener, is going to lock everything in place and keep it where it should. So you won't have to worry too much. So you go through your first bead. And once you get through the first bead, you add a light color in between all 4 of those beads. So there's going to be an orange glass. It's going to be hard to manage that where it's so small. But it won't be small forever. Like it's going to grow pretty quickly. Oops. If I can keep a hold on to my material, it'll work better. Forgive me, I'm so rusty. It's been a while. Yeah, I don't know if you guys seen the last video I have. It's an audition that I'm applying for a thriller movie that's going to be out in Yukon. But I don't know if I'm going to get the part. I highly doubt it. And I will be surprised if they choose me to be the position I asked for. That's why my hair looks really wild, and the role has no lines because the lady that they want is going to be sort of like, I guess, feral, or I'm not sure what the terminology is, but I'm taking it, it's going to be physical, very physical. So once you get that done, you're ready to move on to your next row. That was actually my second row. So my third row is going to have 2 of each now, because what I'm making right here is going to be the bottom piece of this. So in order to make this fit, see how the tip of it is just covering the hole on the bottom of that ball. I know my phone is coming in very blurry. There you go. But yeah, now we have to expand the bottom piece. And how we expand is you add, for your third row, 2 beads all the way around for every side. Okay. Oh, I hope I did that right. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. So before I go making a mistake, I just want to double check this, okay? Because the last bead I put in was the orange, and I went through that last brown. Now I have to go through the orange. I'm glad I caught that before it was too late, or else I would have been embarrassed. Now I'm ready for the 2 beads. So if you're following along, I hope you caught that too. Okay, so now it's orange to orange, and I have 2 brown going on onto this. So here's the orange. And this will go to the next orange. Every time you finish a row, you automatically sew into your next bead, which would be the opposite color. So now I'm ready for 2 more, and to go into the orange. And I'm ready for 2 more, and this will be the last bit of this row. And you sew into the orange and one of the brown. So you go right in like that. All right. So now we are ready to go on to the next row. And now after this, the next row, and every row after this until we get to the end is going to be one bead. So now it's orange's turn, and this will go in between the two brown. And I need another orange. And that'll go into the next brown. Okay. And then orange, and that's going to go into the next brown. Orange. If I can get this, I'll be fine. They're so small. Someone asked me if I use my magnifying glass. Yes, I do, at times. Okay. So now we're ready for the last orange that'll go into the brown. And we get to sew into the next orange to get ready for our next row. Alright, so here we go to the brown. I called them brown, but they're not brown. I don't know what color this is. Maybe you could correct my colors. This here is metallic. I want to say metallic. Like a brown, a goldish brown. Excuse me. And right about this row here is when you're going to start getting to the part where you kind of pull it and tighten it a bit, because what's going to happen is you're going to be forming a little cup. And I'll show you in a bit why that is important. Okay. Not sure if it is. It's ready for me to sew into the brown. And you see, if I can focus in, just waiting for it to focus. Right here, there's a bit of thread. There you go. So you can see that there's a bit of thread there. This is where you're going to have to tighten it up. You're going to have to kind of pull it together. Pull it down a little, pull this is why I left a tail on there. But you're just going to have to pull those together as you go along, because you're going to try to avoid as much thread, showing the thread as possible. So now I'm ready for my next row. Well, I didn't sew into, I think I'm ready for, let me see. I'm a little confused. Yeah, I'm ready for this. I didn't sew into to start off my next row. I apologize for that. Sorry for being so rusty. Now I'm ready for my orange. I'm just gonna hold it like this for a second. If you're counting the beads, there's like 8 that goes around the edges, so. You start off with 4, but remember I added those 2 at the very bottom, and that extends it out to 8. So this is the basic move that you'll be doing all the way through until we get down towards the end. And now I am ready for my orange. Remember, give that a little tug. You can actually feel the shift of all the beads getting closer together. Now I am ready for, what I use is a toothpick, and I just place that down on the bottom, and I stick one of these on top. Now I'm ready to sew around for my next. This is gonna be hard to get used to because just for the way it is, the way the system is gonna be. And don't worry about how much thread is going to be showing at the end. That's going to be the least of your concerns. And what helps too is if you have different color thread, or if you have fabric dye to alter your coloring of your thread. I know a lot of people do that, and it's like a very good thought to actually be doing that. But there's also a lot of people that love buying beadwork, and it doesn't matter if the The red is showing as long as it looks nice. Oh. What did I do? See? I screwed up somewhere. This is what happens when you're not paying attention, see? So I made it all the way around already. I got into thought. That I was supposed to go. Am I think I am, okay. Okay, something's wrong here. I'm gonna have to backtrack. Like I said, forgive me. I'm rusty. I took a wild break. Alright, I see what I did wrong. I was supposed to go into the orange. Yeah, I think I'm ready for the brown. I'm just going too fast for myself, I think. That's the mistakes we make when we bead, I guess. That's 2. Best way to keep track is if you count them, because it's supposed to be 8 beads around. That's 3. Whoops. Hit the stoop, see? That's what I try to put it up high enough so that I won't have that problem, that I won't bump into it. I lost track. I think this here is 6. No, this is 6, I think. And 8. And I go into my next bead. And so the best way I could think of doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so now I got 8 beads there. This will help me keep track. See? 3 more beads. And this is 8. And goes for your other beads. I just want to check this, make sure that it's sitting properly on. There it goes. Alright. And sometimes you get really into thought when you're doing beadwork. It's therapeutic, especially when you have something really bothering you. Some people exercise, some people, you know, work in their garden. And there's a lot of us beaders that will take our frustrations and everything out on our beading. And I know there's a lot of beaders out there that would know what I'm talking about. You do take you think out things when you do beadwork. Now I'm having trouble keeping this down below. For some reason they're all okay. Golly, I hope I didn't really screw this up. Doesn't want to come out. Alright. I might have to go to a smaller ball on this, because this might be, because this is really giving me a go. So let me go change. Excuse me for a second. Sorry. See, this one here might work a lot better. See the size? Completely different sizes. And maybe that's why I'm having such a hard time with this. And it is. Still fits though. Thank goodness. Feels better too. Still having trouble keeping that in. Alright. So it's brown. We're almost even to the point where we have to decrease. And I'll show you how you decrease. And now I'm ready for my next row. Which is the top of this bead, and where we could start decreasing. So to decrease, you go through 2 oranges. You started off with a red. You started off with 4 on the bottom when we first started off. So we end with 4 on top, 4 browns. Oh no. I put 1 brown, and I'm going to go through 2 of these. And give that a pull. And this here's the last. And get rid of the thing, and you just pull them together. And we're already at 33 minutes. And there you go. This will be the bottom. And this here will be the top piece. But in order to make sure see. Now, that's just to show you how to start off one of those balls. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this again, just because you guys witnessed me having trouble. I went from this size down to this size, and as you could see, there's parts where there's actual stretching, and I'm not happy with that stretching, unless I could make it look better by just doing one of these things. But yeah, Um, and then I want to show you how, this here's how you start the ball. So that's already done. But now I want to show you, put these away. To start the dangling, we're going to need a ribbon. And I see there's all kinds of ribbons in different sizes. This one here is actually a tad bigger than what I really need. So when it comes down to it, I'm going to show you guys exactly what needs to be done. This here has to be cut and then burned. But to start off, this here piece, let me put a knot in the thread. Now, you fold one end and you just kind of sew the edge down. And now we're ready to start. One thing about this thread, if you, like you just witnessed me go so fast, it will knot up. The last thing you want is it to knot up. Like you guys just witnessed me doing that. It's not going to be easy to take it out. There. All right. Okay, so now I am ready to start. I'm going to go, let's see, how long should I make this? I'm not sure exactly how many beads I'm going to add to these dangling parts, because for me it's all trial by error right now. I made this here is my first set of beads, the first set of earrings making in this style. This is the first set. So this will be what you're witnessing me doing right now is my second set. Bound to make mistakes. Okay. Now, to count them. Put about 35 beads there. 4, 5 orange. So now, to make these dangly parts, this is what you gotta do. You gotta actually, I put 35 brown, 5 orange, 1 brown, and 1 orange. I picked up 1 bead of the brown. Now I gotta go back up through all of this. In order for and you see what it does? It actually closes that little bead at the very end, closes up this gap. And now I gotta go up through the rest of them. This is the hardest part out of the whole ordeal, I think. I always cringe when I decide to make danglies, because this here's the part I hate, is actually going up through all these beads. "42 minutes already." You always want to make sure that this is not too tight, because if it's too tight, it won't dangle. It'll look too stiff, it'll look like a stick flopping back and forth. That's the best way I could describe it. Alright, so 35 brown. I'm not going to be doing all of it tonight because I want to show you step by step 3. Oh, and there goes my, I don't know why.